evening, sports fans, and welcome to downtown Paw Paw at Phelan Field, where tonight's game between the Paw Paw Red Wolves and the Edwardsburg Eddies is about to take place. Alongside Jason Cox, I'm Brent McNitt. We are getting ready to get going here. Jason, nice night for football.
Sure is beautiful here. Sun setting, looking beautiful, starting to change little colors here.
Yeah, we both live with the similar trail to get here.
Right.
I was driving down the road and I told Sydney, there's fall above us on the road tonight. It's the first time I've seen some real red colors, on Paw Paw Road. But it's, speaking of red colors, tonight's our first annual Red Out game. The Red Out game is heart awareness, and this is a special shout out to Luther Sly. Luther had some issues with his heart. We were joking around a little bit before. He's the only person I know who's died twice. But thankful to have Luther here. And so the boys are dressed all in red tonight. Should be able to see them. Eddie's in their typical blue and white. Gunnar Goodell's going to kick this game off, and it's going to start from the middle school end of the field.
Paw Paw did win the toss, and they deferred to the second half, so Edwardsburg chose to receive.
Eddie's on the offense to start the game. This is power on power, similar. That's fielded at the 6-yard line. He's going to come out. He's got a hole. He's going to go out to about the 25-yard line. That's where the Eddies are going to roll. I want to check our focus. It looks like that's a little bit all this time. And we'll get it fixed for you here. Oh, back the other way. And that looks pretty good. Why does this turn off?
Can you see? Can I see it on there?
I'll get it. Okay, Joel Lundgren's that's a pitch. That's going to be. He's going to work to the side. Red Wolves are going to string him out. That's really blurry. Do we have autofocus on?
I just turned it on.
Because it's really blurry now. There it goes.
That's as far as I can go, bro.
Okay. Yeah, that's better. Let's. I'm gonna try to get you the. So Eddie's second and long. That's going to go inside, and that's going to be about a 4-yard run. So it's going to bring 3rd and 5 for the Eddies.
Well, Brent, and here we see another year of the Edwardsburg Eddies backfield carrying out brilliant fakes. Even though he gave that ball up the middle, quarterback kept it tucked and ran around.
Yeah, and talking to Coach Newell during the day-to-day, the big focus for the Red Wolves is going to be on assignments. It's going to be just finishing your play, because you got to tackle everybody. You can't just try to guess where the ball went, because you'll guess wrong and they'll be running. 3rd and 5, big play here early. That's a handoff. Oh, and there's a good play by the Red Wolves.
Nothing.
So that's going to be Darren Stride jumping in there and plugging it up. Edwardsburg, we'll see what the new coach. I haven't seen them punt in 10 years. So
in the past, no, he's going for it. Nothing's changed.
Yeah.
This is where perennially they break off about a 40, 50-yard play, but we'll see what happens.
So,
although they're changing
we've got
personnel
some
here, maybe.
Change here. Looks like this is something I haven't seen in my broadcast career against Edwardsburg. They typically didn't punt.
Looks like they might be punting, Brent.
Well, they're going to go back. I mean, this one, I understand the philosophy, but
got Carter Houseworth back to punt.
This is 2 top 10 teams in the state. Oh, that's going
to be
no flag down there. The punter tried to act like he got hit, but
looks like they're going to start on about the 30.
LeBron would have been proud on that flop.
That's
a favorable spot.
Generous spot. I thought that went on to 37, but we'll take it.
Well, it went a little bit backwards from where he's standing to where it landed up on the field, but So Red Bull's going to take over.
Oh, I understand that. It looked like it. It looked like it was.
Red Bull's going to take over, and Gunnar Goodell's going to come out. So Newell between Miller and DeYoung. Gunner hands off. That's inside to Bryson. That's going to be about a mirror image of Edwardsburg's first play.
Looked very similar,
they
yeah.
Were the same play for about the same result.
Swallowed up by a bunch of Eddies there.
Yep. So this is strength against strength. Edwardsburg's scoring 44 points a game, giving up 15. Paw Paw scoring 48 a game, giving up 8. So this is
very complimentary football. Could be here.
Well, it's a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get. Nice run there by Ben Miller. And Ben's going to pick up. He's going to pick up 7. We're going to be 3rd and 2. And this is where we need to be on the sticks.
Great second effort. Almost looked like he slipped when he made the turn, and I don't know if he ducked under a tackle that way or.
And right at midfield on your home field. First quarter, you've already got to stop. I think this is 2-down territory here, depending on the result of the play. So from the tee, Gunner's under center. It's going to be a pitch to PJ. PJ DeYoung. Boy, he's not going to get there, Jason. He lost a half yard. Now we're going to see. I think they're going to go for it, but it's that brings up a whole different thing. I mean, worst case here, you lose it, and all you did is really continued Edwardsburg's drive with a couple first downs. It really didn't.
Yeah, I mean, unless the Red Wolves come up with a really good punt and cover it.
Yeah, I would expect maybe we see power I here. Miller is in the power I. Gunner's going to take the handoff. That's going to go in. That's Ben Miller. Ben's got a hole. Ben Miller through the hole. That's a good for a first down. Nice play by Ben Miller. Good second acceleration. He got in there, kind of paused, and then hit the jets. Went through that second hole and got all the way to the safety before he was engaged.
Great touchdown saving tackle by the safety, because otherwise Ben would have been gone.
So nice run from Ben Miller, and that's now the Red Wolves are in business, Jason. And tonight, we talk about it all year. These long drives are going to be a key tonight. Gunner under center. That's going to be handed off. This side, Miller is going to go for 3. Good run from Ben. The more you can keep this Edwardsburg offense on the sideline, the more those fakes don't matter.
Yeah. Ben actually went to turn it up and tripped over his lineman who had manhandled his block, but unfortunately couldn't step over the top.
So second and long. Gunner's going to bring the play in. Both teams still just kind of feeling each other out here a little bit. Gunner from the eye. That's going to be Miller off the left side. Miller's got the edge. Nice cut. That's going to bring up about a 3rd and 1.
I tell you, the Eddies, Brent, are showing excellent tackling tonight. These are some plays that typically we break for second effort.
Well, and again, James, they see these every day in practice. So this is a strength on strength kind of thing. Most of the schemes, most of the terminology is the same in these two things. So they kind of know what's going on. We may call something a play here or there different, but for the most part, you're using the same numbering system. You're using the same gaps, and you know what to look for. From the eye. That's a pitch this side. Oh, got 2 blockers out in front. Oh, he put the ball on the ground. Edwardsburg's going to recover. And that's something we cannot have tonight, Jason, is turnovers. Miller had a first down and put the ball on the ground, and Edwardsburg jumped all over it.
Yeah, that's a double-edged sword there. Not only is it a turnover, it's a momentum shift.
Yeah, well, and Ben's trying to make a play there. He's trying to get an extra couple yards and put the ball on the turf, and you just can't do it. That's really, Jason, our biggest fear tonight is what the mistakes. If we can temper the mistakes, I think we got a real good shot to win this ball game.
Ship Ostrander and Sebra in the backfield. That's right to left for Joe Lundgren. 1st and 10 for the Eddies. Same field position they had in their opening drive. It's Shipper goes up the middle. Lowers the shoulder, gets close to the 30. They'll spot him about the 20.
So there's a run up the middle. He's going to get up over the 30-yard line, looks like. They're going to maybe mark him at the 29.
And about 3 or 4 there.
One thing we will not see tonight, Jason, is a lot of stopped clock.
No.
It looked like Paw Paw was having their way, but then they just came up with the one play they needed.
Later on, we'll bring you our Matt Rudkin weather forecast.
So Lundgren's going to come up under center.
Games to watch and a sensational scoops trivia question. Same running backs for Lundgren. He's under center. It's going to be Shimpa again. Shimpa gets across the 30-yard line.
Shipley's going to take that ball. He's going to get dragged backwards. He's going to be about 2 yards, 3 yards short.
With his forward progress, yes.
Yeah, so that's going to, third and one, Matt, probably.
He was actually on it. I even had a what year question, and he got the year. And
So the Eddies are,
It's funny when you're watching, the Eddies are very methodical in hitting the hole where you see the Red Wolves coming in with reckless abandon.
right. And that's, the ball on the ground. It's still loose. Edwardsburg gets the recovery. That ball kicked around, ping-ponged around about 7 people down there. That's going to bring up a 4th down, and they're almost certainly going to go for this one,
I would think so.
I'm not quite sure what the issue is. They're actually going to say it was a yard loss.
So 4th and 2, and this is definitely where we're seeing traditional Edwardsburg going for it deep in their own territory. Not super deep, but deep. I'd consider deep anything inside the 35, and they're just inside the 35.
Well, and I think that they are still carrying a little momentum from that turnover by the Red Wolves.
Yeah,
so.
you're playing with our money for sure.
And Shimpa. Here's the snap. It's going to be Shimpa. Shimpa comes left
Oh,
side.
I don't think so.
That's a first down.
Oh, he did. He fell
got it.
forward, and he got across there. Boy, that was close. If that kid's not 6'2", he doesn't make that.
On explosives this game. Paw Paw's a lot more stout than many of the other teams we've seen this season.
So that's a tough one there for Paw Paw because we had him engaged before the line to gain,
Edwardsburg hung in there to the very end before they fell.
but he fell forward and got across the line.
They're probably the only ones we've seen with a size that Red Wolves have. Here's a snap.
It's a pitch. That's a good play
Good
in the backfield.
tackle. Good tackle by Ben Miller.
Ben Miller crashes into the backfield, and that's a good no gain. And Jason, a lot of tonight's probably going to come down to that. It's going to be a long sticks situations. How many times we can keep the 3 or 4 yards off the board, and then absolutely got to limit the big plays. And I think that game plan's the same for the Eddies.
Well, I think the other thing is that we're seeing is that tonight both teams have gone to the pitch, and there's not a whole lot
I'd
there.
watch
The
this
game
right
is
here.
the game is more inside.
Traditionally, this is trap. This is where Edwardsburg tries to hit a big trap play.
There's the trap.
He is stuffed right in the middle of the backfield. He is going to be tackled.
They tried it, but it didn't get anything there. So
Tackled by a whole
Colin Campbell in on the tackle for the Red
den of
Wolves.
Red Wolves there.
Yeah, there was a lot of them there. And again, this is talking about keeping the sticks long.
Yep.
3rd and 12.
Which is that's not a favorable stick for the wing tee.
Are not built for that. They'll hit them. They'll hit those big plays, but they're just not built to consistently be going.
You might
long
see him
stick.
go to the air for the first time tonight, Brent.
Well, they like if you're going to see it in the air, watch the near tight end. They like to slip him out down the middle.
Lundgren under center.
They're going to
There
throw.
it is.
Right side. He's going to throw it. He's got Rudolph in the flat.
Nice
Good tackle.
Kalen Tate comes up, makes a nice tackle, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. And we'll see. That play was to pick up half of it, so we'll see what they decide to do here.
See what Coach Scheibel and Purley decide to do. They do bring out the punt team.
Yeah,
Punt team
the
coming
punter's
out.
coming out. Red Wolves almost got home last time.
Yeah, I
Excuse
think
me, didn't hit the cough button there. Just knocked a couple of dogs off the couch across TV land.
He's standing at about their 30-yard
The
line.
Pacific Northwest is in. We've got people watching in Brimley tonight on the color tour. Kicks away. Tate's going to come up and fair catch. And they're going to take the ball at the 34-yard line. Right on the 35-yard line.
1:10 left in the quarter here, Brent. Let's see what the Red Wolves can come up with now.
They're only a junior out there.
You'd think those giant numbers on the field would be helpful when you were calling things out, but
Looking on the right side is Newell, the fullback.
Well,
Our
Brent,
spotter tonight left his glasses at home, and that's always a challenge.
full disclosure, Brent, one of my first times coaching, coach was yelling up for down and distance, and I'm like, well, it's second down and we're at the 52. It was really the 48,
Yes.
but
Well, it
get
always is
a
the
little
48,
excited, right?
yeah. Gunner under center. Usual suspects in the backfield. That's going to be PJ. PJ DeYoung off the left side. He's going to pick up 2.
Got a couple.
Maybe 3. So, 2nd and 7. Already close to the end of the first quarter. They don't screw around with the Wing T teams running the ball.
Yeah.
We'll be home by 7:45 tonight.
They actually go to dinner at dinner.
So, Gunner probably be the last play of the quarter. That's going to be a pitch. Miller's got the ball. Miller's going to get stood up, and he's going to pick up 3 with forward progress, and the teams are going to take the slow walk 20 yards the other way and go the other direction.
I got to tell you, Brent, this is probably some of the best tackling I've seen in a long time on both sides of the ball.
So that's going to bring us to the end of the first quarter. Let's meet some Red Wolves.
Ben Miller, Jr., running back. Shout out, Mom. My name is Silas Penning, Jr., cornerback. Shout out to Jimmy Johns.
My name is Gunnar Goodell, quarterback, junior, and shouting out any Chinese buffet.
Bryson Newell, linebacker / running back, class of 2025. Shout out my uncle Adam, who's slower than me.
Cody Conley, class 25, water boy. Shout out my dad.
Alex McNeil, 2026, tight end. Shout out to my mom.
Elijah Garcia, class of
We're going to meet that same group of kids again because we're starting to come out here for the start of the second. We're working on our focus here. Yeah, we're still a little blurry there. Yeah, try cleaning the lens maybe. There. Oh, we had it for a second there. There you go. That's pretty good. Yeah, that's better. Okay, so from the power I, 3rd and 4. Big play here for the Red Wolves. This Stry pulls. Oh, that's a good run, but it's going to be short.
Run.
Newell
Yeah.
is up the middle.
PJ ducked under a would-be
So
tackler.
and that's going to bring up a big play here for the Red Wolves with Edwardsburg went for a 4th down in this very similar area. Now the Red Wolves are going to get a chance to do the
I
same.
would definitely think Coach Stry is going to order up 4th down play.
Well, I think it's still too early to get cute. Power, but this isn't a horrible spot to throw the ball either.
Yep. And they come out in the power eye, Brent. Miller is.
Oh, I don't think he got there.
Oh, he is short.
Yep, that's going to be a turnover on downs. Edwardsburg's going to take over.
And that'll be Eddie's ball at the Red Wolves 44-yard line if that stands.
So that's going to hurt. That's inside Red Wolves territory.
Eddie's will take it. Best field position they've had tonight, of course, is we've had tough sledding getting anywhere near the 50.
So, he live and die by the fourth and short.
That's a play that you're going to try to make. Obviously they're feeling pretty decent about where their defense is right now.
Yeah,
So-
again, the only thing you really have to worry about is the momentum shift that can cause.
Well, I'm not going to say it out loud. I'm just going to think it.
Houseworth has a leg on. Here's the snap.
There's a nice play.
He's going to be stopped for a yard loss.
And it looks like we're going to get a hold, too.
On the near side. Flag was thrown.
I don't know. I might
Legal hand to the face, maybe.
we'll see what the call is.
It was definitely on the near side here. It was the
Yeah.
defensive end and
The wing out here through
yeah,
his laundry here, so
was a tight end.
we can back him
Yeah,
up.
we're gonna get the
Personal foul.
Sideline warning against.
Oh.
Wow. All right. Wait, what? What did they give you? Wow.
What?
15-yard sideline warning. I think usually sideline warning is just like a hazer.
So warning to me means warning, right?
somebody must have bumped into
Someone
the,
hit the ref.
Somebody must have bumped.
Someone
into
had to
one
hit
of
the
refs.
official.
Whoa, buddy.
You never see that call.
No, unless they had always warned if you actually hit the official, but
You know he was ticked because that flag was about as high as the lights. I mean, that thing was a sword.
Yeah, and I don't see who's hiding from Coach Stry down there. So
it might have been Coach Stry that bumped into him. To be honest with you, he was standing right behind him.
so that brings us down inside. That's a big call.
Man, here's a gift
There's
to
a
Coach
handoff.
Stry. He's going to get stuck up the middle.
Yeah.
He's going to go anywhere.
Yeah, good tackling by the Red Wolves.
55, Austin Ackerman.
Austin Ackerman on the
Yard loss. Second and
tackle.
11.
The middle just shut down.
Anywhere around that center, you're a game.
Well, and again, Jason, you do see the subtle difference between the way they run the T and the way we run the T.
Yeah. So if you watch their running backs come in, they're kind of creeping in, and our guys hit the hole and go, which I think leads to those more explosive plays.
Well, there are a couple of plays within that set. And there's a handoff inside.
Left side, he needs to get to the edge. He's going to cut it
Oh, he
upfield.
gets the edge, and he's going to get a first down.
Knocked out of bounds. Should be close to the first down. We'll see where they spot him on the far
Depends
side.
on where he went out of bounds over there. It's impossible
He's
for us to see
just
that,
short.
but it looks like he's just
Looks
short.
like about a yard short.
For the first down. So 3rd and 1 for the Eddies. Great call
You know,
on that one. And
one of
good
the
job
things
by
about the
Jones.
blocking scheme on this, and you know why hitting the hole super fast doesn't always work, is sometimes those linemen got to get to that second level
Defensive ends over there.
and to get their seals. And if you beat them to that spot, of course they're not going to get there.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's got some wheels. If he gets straight away. Ship and
So
chip
the
should be in
Eddies
for Griffin.
from the
Around
tee,
the far hash going
3rd and
far left to
short.
right. Here's the snap. It's gonna be
Gonna
Ship.
hand that off. That's going to be a first down.
Across the 20.
I will say, although they hit the hole slow, once he got through, he accelerated like lightning.
Well, and that's the thing is you're not going slow. You're just being patient.
Right.
You know, and and they have the advantage of a giant running back, tall running back who can fall forward. He falls and he gets 3 yards. You know, all he's got to do is lean the right direction.
More of an educational moment for us. Okay. Here's the
Eddies.
snap. It's going to be Sebra. He gets stuck
Oh.
hard, and he'll be dropped for a loss. 50-55 on drop.
But look, Jason, we've got one of their running backs is in the end zone. He carried his fake out so far.
I actually watched the guy go around the end thinking he had the ball.
Yeah. You know, and that's the key to this deception in this swing team is carrying those fakes out and making sure that you.
But as you've seen, the Red Wolves were not fooled as, again, another pack of wolves there.
Well, that brings up 2nd long. That's a big play for the Wolves. We need another one, really, because we can get them in those 3rd and long situations. They have far less options.
Back under center. 2nd and long. Here's the snap.
It's going to be
pass.
They're going to throw it.
He's got to throw it.
He's got no one open.
Nowhere to go. He's gonna. That's a smart play by the quarterback.
Yeah,
Everybody was covered except for the kid who's standing in the end zone wide open with nobody on him. Everybody was covered.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he must have been carrying out one of those fakes. Maybe he came from the from the pit.
I was just about to say everybody was covered, and I look down and I see a kid doing snow angels in the end zone.
I got to
with
tell
nobody
you,
on him.
where he rolled out, the guys he was looking at were covered, but I.
Yeah. Well, and the good news there is the Red Wolves didn't give him enough time to look for that guy.
No, but it was a heads-up play. If he would have tried to force the pass to the guys he was looking at, it could have been trouble.
And that was a little guy, so maybe he couldn't see him amongst all the trees that were chasing him. That's going to be inside. That's the trap.
Strainer left side. He has to try and get out there. He will be spun down.
Well, he's gonna pick up 5.
Oh, so
it's gonna be 4th and 3, and Eddies will certainly go for it.
I got to say that wasn't I don't know if that was the greatest spot. He. Not that I want to give the Eddies any extra credit, but looks like he got a couple more yards after.
This is a huge play at this point in the game was kind of an understatement.
Third drive of the game.
Yeah, it's B def.
Ostrander and Griffin in the backfield for Lundgren.
See if they will try to get him on the hard count.
Joe under
No,
center.
they're going.
Here's a snap.
There it is. Right up.
Here's a keeper.
He's going to keeper,
Right side, he needs to
and
line up.
Cuts
he's
it up. No.
not going to get there.
Not going to make it.
So Red Wolves defense stands up tall.
Turnover on down.
And that's a 2-howl. So that's going to be first down Red Wolves going the other direction.
When's the last time you saw a Paw Paw or Edwardsburg game with a score of 0?
7:15 on the clock.
Yeah, this is, well, we talked about this. This is the real strength of these two teams, because you got to look at who they've played. Right? The real strength of these two teams is the defense. Both of them score a lot of points, but they've played teams that give up a lot of points.
Absolutely.
They did not. No, I know that. Yeah, I mean, at this point, you're right. At this point in the game, points might be up for you. Here's a snap. It's a pitch. They're going to come near side. That's DeYoung going to carry.
PJ's got a nice run off the left side, and that's going to be very close.
Brent, I wonder, the Eddies, of course, want to put that big hammer on with that 7 points there, but wondering what kicker they have, because at this point, 3 points might be.
Well, and they usually do have good kickers, so.
Got the secondary quick.
Got to think that if they get in that position again, they might not try to go for it.
Well, and I thought about that, Jason, when we were looking at it, is, it's not often you get into field goal position in games like this.
No.
Gunner under center.
Adele under center. Here's the snap.
It's going to be Miller off the right side. Miller's going to get it.
Morris will be there for the tackle. You're welcome.
Miller's going to get
29
5.
It's a gain of 6. That'll leave it at 2nd and 4.
So he got 6, so 2nd and 4.
It's just a softball. Did that one. Sticking that power T formation.
So from the T, Gunner under center,
4.
2nd and 4.
Before halftime. Here's a snap. It's going to be coming near side. They look for an alley. They won't get there. Nice
PJ
job by
DeYoung for 1.
There
That's going
was
to bring up
nowhere
third
to
down.
go there.
Yeah,
gain. 4th down.
I know the Red Wolves have been working on a few wrinkles, and sometimes you just got to shock the world with it doesn't need to be a pass. It can be a different look from a run. It could be a reverse. I know there's some things in the offense that we haven't seen yet. Those are the kind of things that just something that's just not your straightforward formation. 3rd and 3, honestly though, get the first down. A little confusion. They're gonna put a wrinkle in. This is not a formation we've seen yet.
In the spread, Twins here out on the left.
One eye back. It's going to be the carry to the back.
Oh, there's a good run. PJ DeYoung's going to get a first down and then some. Good run for PJ DeYoung and Jason. Right on cue. It's still a power run, but it's out of a different look. It puts a wrinkle out there. It gets people moving around and gets people wondering.
I think they're so used to the ground and pound by the Red Wolves. There was a glitch in the defense there.
Well, and I think, that's the stuff you got to do. You got to put in something. Now we've got Sonnenberg and Tate coming in. PJ and Miller coming out. So talk about wrinkles. The dryer's broken. Everything's wrinkled right now. So back to the spread. PJ in the back. Sonnenberg and Tate split out here. That's going to go to it's a big hole.
He's going to come near side. Lowers the boom.
PJ DeYoung with a big run. First down, Red Wolves.
Down. I think Rudolph stripped that out.
They're talking about it.
Rudolph came
This is
out
a big
that
call
high.
right here.
This could be.
Stripped it, or at least tried to before he hit. We'll see what the officials decide. All 4 of them huddled up now talking.
They're going to give this to. Oh, it's Paw Paw ball. So that's first down. That's a big call right there. I didn't really see what happened. What you got?
You got a howl for that first down,
Yeah, we got to get a howl. Appreciate you not touching my howl.
Hey, hands off of your howl.
Trust the officials.
But
4:32.
we have to do that with confidence because there was no doubt that wasn't a turnover.
Correct. No one is allowed to go back and review that.
No.
New booth.
So again, from the spread, new look for the Wolves. Gunnar Goodell.
Same formation, Twins left side.
Sonneberg in motion. There's a pitch out. PJ. PJ's going to try to string this one out. He's going to get. Oh, he's got the corner. He's going to pick up 5. Nice run by PJ DeYoung.
The blocker was trying to drive his man out. PJ was too fast for him, but still was able to turn that corner.
4:06 to go before the half. Red Wolves got.
I think the world is shocked by the spread here.
Well, it's a wrinkle. That's all it is. It's, you know.
Good news for the A's. DeYoung's coming off the field, so let's see.
So Goodell's in. Ben Miller in for PJ.
I think the Eddies might be happy to see Mr. DeYoung take a little break.
Well, you know, careful what you ask for. That's all I'm going to say there.
Here's a snap. It's going to be Miller near side. Miller was a single back, and Griffin will be there to bring him down.
So Ben Miller's got close to a first down.
Oh, he's
first down.
First down. They moved the
Red
sticks.
Wolves. This is what I'm talking about. Be careful what you ask for. You know, because PJ is definitely the grittier runner of the two, and picks up inside. But Ben's got the speed. You know, so careful. You know,
well, there's no shortage of danger with either of them.
They're both about the same net result for the season. You know, Ben's going to be back there again by himself. Got Tate and Sonneberg off to the left.
Miller again, your single back. Twins out left side. Miller goes through.
Miller off the right side. He's going to pick up a yard.
He got his hands in there quickly, brought him down.
Straya's got his hands up like he got cut there. So a little chicanery going on in the trenches, it looks like. Because one thing Darren's not's a complainer. Second and long. What do you think? Time to see one in the air? Yeah. Yeah. So I think we'll see one in the air here, Jason. It's about time. Well, and PJ's back in, so it's a good time to do it. Lots of time for Gunnar. He's going to throw it away. That's a good play by Gunnar. You know, nobody there. Don't take yourself out of the field position. So we've got 3rd and 9 now. The only downside to that one is, you know, you almost hope Gunnar would tuck that one and go, you know, pick up 4 or 5. But it was a good play. That was a good decision on his part. A little tighter formation, spreads up top this time. They're going to throw it again. This is a screen setup. Oh! That's intercepted by the Eddies. They're going to talk about it. Yep, that is Edwardsburg ball. So that was an ill-advised throw. That was in way too much traffic. Bryson Newell was the intended target, and Bryson got a hand on it, but that was not good news because it tipped it around, gave the Eddies a chance to. Yeah. I mean, it's so hard to criticize that decision because that's what you're looking for is you want the lineman to be – it's got to be a mess for it to work, you know. But so they came out with the wrinkle, and it doesn't pay off. 2:36 to go. Now you got to step up and tackle. So Ostrander's going to pick up 6, and that's not acceptable. This is what Edwardsburg does right here. They run the trap, and then all of a sudden that quarterback keeps the ball around the outside. So Edwardsburg snaps. That's going to go. Yep, that's going to be close. Just short. Nope, they're gonna move the chains. He is a full half yard short, and he's calling the chains. So that brings up 3rd down. That's a pitch back. Good. That's a good hesitation, good read. He's going to go forward into Paw Paw territory over the 45. That looks like just short of the 45, 46-yard line.
Is that your sweatshirt behind you on the chair? Are you going to put it on?
No. He's held up quick, 1 minute and a half to go.
Back here, it's me.
Again, Paw Paw's going to have the ball coming out of half.
I don't need it, but
All right.
someone else down there has no sleeves and
So,
daughter sold his sweatshirt.
from the tee, it's a nice play by the Red Wolves. That's going to be a gain of a yard. So we got a timeout on the field. Let's meet some more Paw Paw Red Wolves.
Alex McNeil, 2026, tight end. Shout out to my mom.
Elijah Garcia, class of 25, tight end. I'd like to shout out my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ.
Baron Marinich, class of 2025, position kicker. Shout out Mama Marinich.
Landon Buell, class of 2025, position team bowling manager, and shout out my uncle.
Oh hey, Darren Stry, senior, offensive tackle, defensive end, long snapper. Shout out Grandma Judy and little Dennis at home.
We're going to meet that group again later as well. So, Jason, here we are. We've got minute 7 to go. Ball's on the 47-yard line. Edwardsburg has not been effective throwing the ball, but you gotta figure they're probably not going to hit one unless they put one in the air. You know, again, the tee, you got to be patient with it. You got to live with it. But there's there's a big play. Landon Buell with the play of the game for the Red Wolves so far. So that takes the clock still running. Edwardsburg's now got to come up with the play. 3rd and 11. Coach Stry is content to let this one run out. Go into the halftime tied up at 0, it looks like. Don't want to give that one away yet, though. There's still, yeah. And they're a big play team, so still in the tee. I'm not sure they're going to give them that one. I think they're going to say that was a delay of game.
I don't think they got it. Watching the back.
He's watching the play clock, so I have a feeling this is going to be a delay of game.
They're backing up, so
Yeah, false start. Yeah.
Because of the delay of game.
This is your favorite running play, so expect trap right here. Yep. Expect this to go to the center back right up the middle.
The only play I liked more was the counter because they always got the linebacker.
Yeah, they're just going to let it run out. All right, Jason, so 0-0 as we go into the halftime extravaganza. This is a crazy game so far here, but we're going to put some mic mute on and we're going to let the band play. All right, Jason, we're going to come back here, and we were just joking amongst ourselves that the halftime was longer than the first half.
It was. Brent, I can't tell you that I've seen a quicker half in football.
Well, it was such a deal. Normally the pizza gets up to the press box at about the end of the first quarter. And this time it wasn't here. So, it definitely is moving. We might have to shut those lights down as we get to the second. Let's see if we can get that adjustment made. Connor's got it, so we're just getting there. We go. Now we're talking. Engage the lamps, people. Okay, so what adjustments? You're the Edwardsburg coach. What adjustments do you making at halftime?
Well, I figure out how to handle the spread single back. That has probably been the most successful thing that we've run tonight. I think when we look at the tee, they're evenly matched. 2-3 yards of play. Usually the first place jammed right in. Power I has gotten us 5 or 6, but nothing has been heavy hitting.
Yeah, and if I'm Coach Stry, I think I lean a little bit more on the weird formations.
Till they stop it.
I think it's just given us enough of an edge that it's putting our linemen on linebackers, and that's really what we need to do.
Yeah, that second level. I got to tell you, if I'm the Edwardsburg coach, I'm rethinking not kicking that field goal.
Yeah, I 100% agree. And now the Red Wolves are going to. Tate and Miller are back to receive this kick. See what this is. Edwardsburg's. Well, you're going to get an answer probably to your kicker question right here. So ready to get it going here in the second half from Phelan Field. 0-0 is your score in a defensive battle here between the Red Wolves and the Eddies. That's on the ground,
Squib.
not telling us anything. They're going to pounce on it. That's all right. That's the play you want. The squib kick handled the kick. That's really the only outcome.
Well, I think you're seeing the chess match already starting here.
Yeah. No, it's
because no one wants to see a home run play happen.
Well, and it's field position now. That's where we're at. This game settles into this game's now going to come down to which defense makes a mistake and gives up a big play.
Well, and I think the other thing is Paw Paw needs to clean up the turnovers because that could be the deciding factor.
Gunnar Goodell under center from the tee. That's going to be up the middle. So that's nothing. That's going to be a no gain.
Like we saw in the first half.
Exactly the same start as we had in the first half.
Second and 10. A lot of pump in the chest here going on. Look out.
There you go.
Yeah, it looks like they're bringing in the guys to go to more of that single back formation.
Yeah, so they're going to go back into that spread, Jay, and I think this is a good move. I think just something you haven't practiced,
Well, you got to imagine Edwardsburg was ground and pound all week to prepare.
And you just want to keep them honest on their assignments. That's going to be P.J. DeYoung's got a nice run. P.J.'s going to get about 8. And again, Jason, they are creating odd matchups. They're creating not what Edwardsburg wanted to see. And, it sounds silly, but when they're practicing, you've got a linebacker who thinks he's going to see Darren Stry on every play. You got a nose tackle who thinks Hernandez is going to be the only person he's facing all night.
To be honest with you, in the tee, you're normally seeing hat on a hat on the line.
Yeah.
With this spread and the changes, now those linebackers are seeing Darren Stry.
Power I. This has got to be just pull and pound.
Here's the snap. It's Miller up the middle.
Nowhere.
Hit and dropped.
So that's
Could be a face mask.
It's almost got to be, doesn't it? That late.
Face mask. Yeah, it came in late. I'm guessing there's a personal foul of some kind. There it is. Personal foul. Face mask.
Eddies. So the Paw Paw gave the Eddies a 15-yarder, and they couldn't do anything with it. Let's see what happens when they give us one.
So I think, as we look at this game being knotted at 0 at halftime, turnovers, penalties, those are going to be unbelievably huge.
Well, and, the Red Wolves, quite honestly, lost that battle in the first half.
They did.
And didn't come out any the worse for wear.
Yeah, I mean, when that loss of, that fourth down turnover, that was actually 3 turnovers in the half.
Correct.
Twins out to the left side. One man offset on the right. They go to Dion in the backfield. Here's a snap.
There's a pitch.
Coming outside.
PJ, he's got to beat one
He's
man.
in trouble.
No, that's great. That was strung out really nicely by the Eddies.
Great pursuit by the Eddies. Good tackling.
Down to 49. That's going to be a 2-yard loss. 2nd and 12 coming up for the Red Wolves.
So the Stry spread is confused him a few times, but Eddies are starting to adjust now.
Well, and I think that's kind of, when you asked about what I'm doing, in high school football, I'm going to run it till you make me stop.
Yeah. Well, and here comes the back to the T probably, or no, going to go to power I. Second and long.
Miller's going to get it to the left side.
Miller's going to get the edge. Miller's got the corner. Ben Miller is going down the sideline. He's gone. Ben Miller with a giant run for the Red Wolves. Ben Miller gets the left edge, goes down the sideline, runs into the end zone for the Red Wolves touchdown.
Really spring it loose for Miller, who's able to outrun Sebra to the end zone.
Big run for Ben Miller. Wrong button. Fireworks still going off.
No, they're good.
Got me a little excited.
It was a whole half without fireworks.
Dalton Ike's in to kick the extra point.
There you go. We're going to find the offense.
Good snap, good hold, good
and Jason
kick.
Right there, right on cue. Ben Miller takes advantage of that big 15-yard face mask call. Takes it off the left side, beats everybody to the edge, rumbles 55, 60 yards for a touchdown.
I mean, when I saw him bounce it out and head to the sideline, but I saw some pursuit, and I thought he might not, and then away
he hit
went.
Another gear.
Yeah, he did.
So Ben Miller takes it to the house. That's going to shake things up here in Paw Paw. 9:19 to go in the third. Paw Paw 7-0 with the lead over the Eddies. 362-699 is the 50-50, and that's a red ticket. If you happen to have driven down here, bought the ticket, and then drove home, you can look in your wallet and see if you won that. Gunnar Goodell's going to kick.
Now we'll see what Gunnar has. Is he going to try to boot that in the touchback, or are we going to see that?
Well, again, you said it. In games like this, in high school football, you don't want to give the electric playmakers any juice.
Never.
He kicked it deep the first time. He's going to let this one fly deep again.
It's going to back him all the way up to the.
Oh, it slips a little
on the
bit.
goal.
Nice coverage. Yep, that's good job by the Red Wolves. So let's check some out of town scoreboard, Jason, see what we got going on out there. So right now, and I better refresh that and make sure we're getting up to date. So we've got Otsego 34-0 in the second quarter over Sturgis. Niles has picked it up on Vicksburg 28-0. 7-0's our score here. Plainwell and Three Rivers still reporting no score.
Got to think the rest of the Wolverine Conference has their eyes on this score. What's going on here?
Absolutely. This isn't the game of the week. I couldn't tell you.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a quarterback slips and falls. I think that was a pass. Everybody was going out.
He had number 28.
I think he had everybody, but we had fortunately blitzed, and he didn't have any place to go. So big play there for the Red Wolves. That's going to bring up second and long.
We saw some of that. Paw Paw in the first half, the fumble and the 15-yard penalty.
That affect the camera.
Edwardsburg shot themselves right there. That is going to leave us at second.
So second and what the Red Wolves like to see. Second, if they're saying 15, but that's a long 15.
When you're struggling to get big chunk plays like the Eddies have, getting behind the chains like this is the
So Red Wolves are going to pin their ears back and go after on this one.
Here's a snap. It's going to be Ostrander up the middle. Ostrander with a good carry. He'll get close to the first down, or the original line.
You got back almost from the line of scrimmage. That's going to bring up 3rd and 10, 3rd and 11.
A huge 3rd down right here.
Well, and you know, you have to have that balance if you're Edwardsburg. You know, you need to get some kind of a play that's greater than a 3 or 4 yard play.
Yeah.
But the Red Wolves have stepped up in those situations and taken away the longer passes. Edwardsburg in the past has always hit a big pass play against the Red Wolves. They just haven't been able to do that tonight.
Well,
there's the pass right there.
It was almost
caught.
Wow.
That was a nice effort by the wide receiver out there, but what it's going to do is, you know, now when he catches that, he's got 2 steps. He's probably not going to go the distance, but he's going to get a first down.
Yeah. That was close. He definitely had our secondary beat.
But Shimpa had that, and he had yards in front of him as well.
So Tate's going to go back to return it. Edwardsburg to punt. What Red Wolves have been close both times they've punted.
50-yard line of Edwardsburg. So they're going to get excellent field position on this next drive. Here's the snap. Hausberg gets it.
Ooh, they were close again. Tate's going to try to. Tate's just going to let it go. So that's going to be a good punt. That's out to the. It's going to be a 44-yard line going back the other way. So it looks like they're going to mark that one right on the 45-yard line.
I think we've started there several times.
Yeah, it's, you know. So this is a big deal. This drive, Jason, is Paw Paw. You can taste the momentum of the game.
Well, I think you've
already
got Edwardsburg coach on the ropes, right? He's used to coaching 5-6 yards of play. He's not getting that, so he's got to change his offensive mindset. And now
at the same time,
with the Red Wolves throwing in the single back spread.
And the other thing we've got to do is we've just got to continue to pound up front.
Oh, this has to be where you grind them into the dirt.
Nope, Stry's out in front. Big block, but nobody there.
Wow. Good tackle sneaking through because he had a whole bunch of red shirts in front of him. And
well, you know, and it was a good call, and the play was blocked well, but Edwardsburg blew it up.
They did.
Sometimes you just tip your hat, you know.
I mean, obviously, for those of everyone that attended or saw last year's Edwardsburg game, this is a much improved team.
Well, they've got 21 seniors. So, you know, that last year was a learning experience, and it looks like they learned.
Miller, your eye back.
Wouldn't shock me to see Gunner put one up here.
Newell and Young there as well. Here's the gift.
Nope, that's going to go into Newell, and he's going to get that immediately. You know, the fact that Bryson had to immediately move to his right, somebody didn't get their block.
Another gain of 1 leaves at 3rd and 8 for the Red Wolves.
And now, you don't want to be putting it up here. This is a 6 to 7 yard play. If you get 8, you go for it. If you get 4, you punt it. Ben Miller in the background, PJ and Bryson in front of him. Goodell going to hand this one. No, he's going to throw it. He's got a man open. Baron Marinich with the first down. Baron breaks it deep, and Baron Marinich is going to go all the way. No flags on the play. Baron Marinich for the Red Wolves touchdown. Baron Marinich takes the reception on a nice throw from Gunnar Goodell, beats the cornerback to the edge, and Barron goes down the sideline for a Red Wolves touchdown.
I believe he was our Kalamazoo area player to watch this week.
He sure was, and they're watching.
It was. We talked about on the run. He had a good arm. Yeah. Heck of a baseball player from over here.
Is that Joel in to kick?
Here's a snap. Good hold. Kick on.
Oh, no, that's Dalton
Kick
Ike
is
again.
up. Dalton Ike's extra point is good, and all of a sudden, Jason, we've got a different ball game going on here in Paw Paw.
Dalton has had 2 excellent kicks tonight.
He's kicking the ball well.
Yeah, so we're going to meet some Red Wolves.
Oh, hey. Darren Stry, senior, offensive tackle, defensive end, long snapper. Shout out Grandma Judy and little Dennis at home.
Dalton Ike, junior, offensive tackle, defensive tackle. Shout out UPS for the glorious health benefits.
Colin Campbell, offensive defensive line, senior, kickoff, PAT. Shout out my grandma and grandpa, and shout out Cody, he has earrings.
Gage Mavis, senior, defensive end, kickoff. Shout out to my moms.
Julian Hernandez, aka Maui, play O-line, D-line. I'd like to shout out Moana 2.
Tyler Kruziger, I'm a junior, offensive and defensive line. I'd like to shout out Meyer for the generous food selection.
So Jason, just as we talked about the big plays, Paw Paw comes up with 2 big ones, 2 home runs.
And timely. I mean,
And really, that's what they you can liken this to a baseball game. They now lead 2-0, on the big play meter. So there's a nice coverage. So Cody Connolly was in there.
I'm not
Gage
sure.
Mavis was in there.
I'm not sure what was happening with Gunner back here. He and someone were tangling in the middle of the field.
Oh, yeah. Well, just saying hi.
I think someone was upset by Mr. Goodell's touchdown throw and wanted to let him know.
Yeah, well, you just say hi. Thank you for saying nice pass. That's, kind of those conversations go. So, Edwardsburg, back to the tee.
Here's the snap. It's going to be a keeper forward.
Quarterback keep. He's got the edge.
Speed. He's got the first down. And knocked that bounds right around the 35. We'll say he's at 36.
No one wanted to watch that play anyway,
Yeah,
Brent.
that play was, we didn't want to see that one. We didn't want to admit that one even happened.
If you were watching, there was a hold. I kept it on that. I was waiting for the flag, and
Yeah,
it
no
never,
flag on the
never
hold.
came. Yeah.
Okay.
Mr. Krieger, if you're listening this week, there's your one joke to start.
Yeah, there we got it. All right, so Eddie's got something going, trying to answer. There's a pitch. And that's going to be, he put the, no, he just.
Thought there was a fumble there at first. Yeah, I saw the same thing you did.
Looked like the ball came out, but it wasn't. So Newell on the tackle. Austin Ackerman also in there.
That's a good deal there. There's a lot of practice. Yeah, those two swap out all 3 backs.
So second and long.
Second and 7.
This is going to be from the tee.
Left to right for Lunger, and he's under center.
And that's going to be
Nope.
up the middle.
No, he probably should
So,
have.
I think
Probably
he
should have
lost.
had the keeper there.
Yeah,
but
I think he lost 2 on that one.
9 after the right side of the line, 2 left side of the line got blown up.
So that brings up third and long. Another big play in the complexion of this game. It's still not out of reach.
Third and long for the Eddies, and again, this is not where a wing T team wants to be.
No, and the Red Wolves have done a really nice job of keeping them in the long stick situations tonight. That's going to be a handoff. The quarterback keep off the. Ben Miller with a nice play on the edge. So that was a nice play out there by Ben Miller on the corner. And that's going to be 4th and long. And what do you do here, Jake? I don't see him running the punter out there. I think it's a little early to panic at this point. Huge play for the Red Wolves.
I do too, but I'm thinking they might. I don't know. Paw Paw just did punch 2 in a row in, but it's a
4th and 9, deep in their own territory. And that's not going to get anywhere. So that's going to be turnover on downs. Red Wolves stand tough.
That is a big turnover on downs. That's almost deflating.
You know what, that starts to feel a little bit like panic.
I mean, it wasn't even a threatening play. It went
Well, in
nowhere.
the conversation I had with Coach Newell earlier today, I talked about, I felt like as this game got closer to the 4th quarter, the field would start to tilt our way. I feel like our big line is going to just pound and pound and pound. And I felt like sometimes when you see a Big Ten or an SEC team playing a mid-major, and a really good mid-major, and they play really well in the trenches up front, but then over time they just wear down. That's kind of the sense that I was getting earlier on. PJ cuts through. Oh, Ben Miller. Ben Miller on the Terry.
Miller had a good second effort. He was
was
stopped.
Nice. Well, and again, this is, you talk about running styles. Ben put his best PJ impression on, ran over
He did,
somebody
because he
there.
was stopped at the line, and he just bounced it and put his head down and went. Eddie's look like they've got a linebacker feeling tender out there.
And we're winning that. We're winning that push up front. We're getting the 3 to 5 yards per carry, and that's what we need.
Which is what both of those teams want to do out there.
There's a pitch to PJ. PJ off the left side. PJ busts through. PJ DeYoung with a first down.
PJ just running smart as can be. They had him, and he ducked under and made another 4 or 5 yards with that play. So I think this is definitely not what the Eddies wanted to see, where Paw Paw's starting to show their explosive offense.
Correct. And again, you get that strength from this summer in the weight room. And it starts to take its toll about this point in the game. From the wing tee, Goodell. Going to hand this one to PJ. Oh no, Ben Miller off the left or right side. Ben running hard, and that's going to be good for a 5-yard gain.
Tell you, Ben Miller's got just as a junior, he's got another year to do this.
Yeah.
And every game he seems to be getting stronger and stronger.
Well, and think about that. You got Sonnenberg and Tate coming in too.
Still coming in, right?
So we don't lose a lot at running back. I mean, and I'm saying that we're losing 2 all-conference runners.
But yeah,
Newell and PJ are top-end running backs. PJ breaks a tackle. PJ's got the edge. PJ around the corner.
Gone.
PJ DeYoung's in for the Red Wolves. Touchdown. Now they're starting to exert some will, Jason.
Bryson Newell with a huge block outside to turn him loose.
Just talking about those two and how impactful they are, and all of a sudden,
There they
Bryson
are.
springs a block. PJ goes around the corner, in for the Red Wolves touchdown.
Ears must have been burning, Brent.
Well, we're on fire tonight, I got to tell you. Good thing we don't brag about ourselves.
Ike for the PAT. Good snap, good
Mike's
hold,
kick is
good
up, and
kick.
that kick is good.
Another beauty.
So, 1:26 to go here in the third quarter. All of a sudden, the Red Wolves are raining down touchdowns, 21-0.
I'll take
Austin Ackerman, junior, offensive line and outside linebacker. Shout out to Dalton's 2 left feet.
Cody Simpson, senior, offensive tackle, defensive tackle. Shout out Colin, he got fluffy hair.
Eli Sonnenberg, junior, wide receiver, DB. Shout out Baron Marinich, partner in crime.
Kendall Tate, sophomore, wide receiver, safety. Shout out Emma Penning.
I'm Cameron Armijo. I'm a junior running back, and I'm shouting out Mr. Gaffrey.
My name is JJ Varney, 2026, wide receiver, running back, and safety. Shout out my Chicos at Home Depot.
I'm PJ DeYoung. I'm a running back, senior, and built by McDonald's.
Well, Brent, here we are back. Goodell getting ready to kick off. If you would have asked me if we were going to score three series in a row after that first half, I would have said absolutely not.
Well, and maybe now we're seeing why Edwardsburg coach was a bit of a panic going for that 4th down.
Yeah, I think that and again it goes back. Those 3 points might have been enough to keep Paw Paw nervous too. So sorry about the camera. We'll catch it.
Strings that one out. Nice.
Good tackle. Gage Mavis having a heck of another good game on the special teams. Last week he had some excellent tackles.
Landon Buell was down there too.
It's Yoder, Ostrander, and Schiff.
So
Over Sturgis, 34-0.
Red Wolves on D.
Looking to pass.
He's going to throw one deep. He's got a man.
Oh, he stopped running.
Oh, and then Tate gave a little shove after the play. Lucky he didn't get a flag on that one.
Gotta tell you, Brent, that's one thing that scares me. You know, we control the game, but I don't know if they're playing soft coverage or not, but it seems a lot of times we find our secondary a step behind. And
and I don't think there's a ton of experience back there, and I think that comes. Kalen's a sophomore. He's played really well this year. He's got some interceptions, but sometimes you just got to learn, that speed.
Yeah.
Eli's the other one over there that's always out on an island. I'm gonna.
Going no. Oh.
That's going to be a little chippy.
Yeah, there's going to be waiting for.
Well, another area that we lead is the lips.
Well, I'll tell you what, here it is. If the officials don't want to blow the whistle, you're going to go until it's over. And if it results in someone getting pummeled, that's what happens.
That's going to bring up a 3rd and long, and this is right where we want them.
It is a collision sport.
So Eddies are going to, you got to watch those, talk about not letting them behind you.
3rd and long, 3rd and 10. Here's a snap. It's going to be
a handoff.
Gets hit. He's going to try and hop
and he pops out of one.
30-yard line.
It's going to be short. Yeah, it's short. That's going to bring up a 4th and 1, and this is a big play.
Paw Paw just gave him the first down. I think someone was running their mouth. I think we're going to see an unsportsmanlike conduct here.
I don't see anybody hiding.
How good your lip reading from?
I just saw Red Wolves by the ref that threw the flag. Maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah.
Here you go. Dead ball, sportsmanlike conduct against the Red Wolves. 15-yard gift, so that'll be.
Here was that 4th and 1, and now we're giving them a chance.
11 seconds to go before the end of the quarter. I don't know if the Eddies will run a play here before fans are too excited.
It looked like it. I'm not gonna call anybody out, but the person right in front of that flag was Austin Ackerman.
Here's the snap. He's got the play. He's back to pass.
Oh, got one deep. Nice play. What a play by Kalen Tate.
Kalen Tate. Way to get a hand on that ball.
Takes us to the end of the 3rd quarter. The Eddies trail 21-0.
Coach Stry's hot about something.
Well, that's a nice play by Kalen Tate to come over to the top and knock that one away. I think this is we got one group we haven't seen yet.
Alex McNeil, 2026.
Austin Ackerman, junior, offensive line and outside linebacker. Shout out to Dalton's 2 left feet.
Cody Simpson, senior, offensive tackle, defensive tackle. Shout out Colin, he got fluffy hair.
Eli Sonnenberg, junior, wide receiver, DB. Shout out Baron Marinich, partner in crime.
Kale Tate, sophomore, wide receiver, safety. Shout out Emma Penning.
I'm Karen Armijo. I'm a junior running back, and I'm shouting out Mr. Gaffrey.
My name's JJ Varney, 2026, wide receiver, running back, and safety. Shout out my Chicos at Home Depot.
I'm PJ DeYoung. I'm a running back, senior, and built by McDonald's.
Yeah, I know we just watched that one. We're making sure we get everybody out there.
Yeah, no one's coming. It took like 10 years. Back at Phelan Field, as we get ready for our 4th
So getting it back to start here.
And right now, the Eddies need
4th quarter starting in Paw Paw, 21-0. What's that?
21-0 as they trail.
Why was the clock with time left on it? All right, here we go.
Back under center. Here's
So
the
Eddies
snap.
hand it off.
He's gonna give it off. No gain. 23 and 55 on the tackle.
Nice play.
On that carry, they're spotting at the yard line. Yoder on the carry.
Oh, that was. Say that's a pretty healthy spot from where I saw it.
Yeah, you know, again, Jace, they really carry their fakes out well.
Oh, it was hard to find the ball, right? And I've talked about that in previous games. You know, I see that. You know, you add that to the arsenal, and whew.
11:25 on the clock. It is sometimes common.
So 3rd and long, 3rd and 10. Again, right where we wanted them all night on the sticks. That's going to be a keep from the quarterback. Oh, big hit in the middle. That Tate, Kalen Tate with a big hit. I think Kalen got the worst end of that one.
Yeah, I think my teeth hurt after that one.
Yeah.
Tate's not afraid to hit somebody.
Is he know where he's at?
He might as well.
Where's Tate?
I think he's getting a check right now. Oh, is it? Yeah. That's true. That would make sense.
Okay, just checking with Coach. I wanted to make sure he's all right.
Hey, Coach, when we gonna stop at McDonald's? It's a home game, Kalen. 4th. There's a pitch.
Nothing.
That is strung
It is
out, and there is
absolutely
nothing
buried.
there. That's a loss on the play. Welcome to Paw Paw, Edwardsburg Eddies.
Those are 2 terrible 4th down plays.
Absolutely.
Sorry to be that critical, but
Well,
they both.
There's being patient, and there's being hopeful, and there's being unrealistic.
Yeah, that just it. I mean, if we're going to do that, I'm just going to punt and make them gain another 20 yards.
He needed to get Lawton, and he barely got to I-94.
Yeah.
So Papa, you know what, Jason? Just feeling like this is a big strike right here.
Oh yeah. I mean, if
Watch
they
PJ,
they punch this in and that's about it.
Gunner's going to keep that one. Nope, going off the right side. Ben Miller took it off the right.
But I think Gunner went in. He wanted to.
Yeah, Gunner wanted to.
Want to lay a little wood on the blocking in there.
That's still a gain of 5.
Yep.
Red Wolves running downhill.
It's not the first time we've seen Gunner stick his head in there to throw a block.
No, and you got a real opportunity right here. Just under 10 minutes to go. Gunner fakes that ball off to that right side and peels around, and Baron Marinich is going to be wide open down this side.
Tens and tens of people.
There you go. 2nd and 6 for the Red Wolves. Back under center is Goodell. He's going to pitch it from near side.
That's PJ DeYoung. PJ's going to pick up a yard.
Oscar Morrison on the tackle. He's joined by Green Griffin.
And that's why I'm up here and Coach Fry's down there.
Oh, yeah.
Because I couldn't have passed on that one. I would have, or couldn't have passed an opportunity to go for the jugular there.
My coaching suggestions are merely just for fun. I wouldn't bet on them.
Yes.
I wouldn't count
Yeah.
on them.
Well, and you know the other thing here, this is now it brings up a 3rd and long, 3rd and medium, but this is that time where you can just take the wind out of the game. Power I. Been very successful tonight in the power I. That's going to be
Big
Miller.
Trap. He didn't. The trap didn't make it out in front of him.
So there's no gain on the play. That's going to be a 4th and 5. Now this is an interesting spot here. You got to punt this, I would think. 21.
I would too, but you want to kind of, if you really want to grind someone into the ground.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a momentum gamble enough if he doesn't get it because of the field position. But the Red Wolves are going to punt.
So right now, Ben Miller is on the right side of the line with a linebacker on him. Nice punt.
Fair cut.
That's going to be a fair catch at the 10. That was a very nice punt.
So punt was a great choice there, especially with that. That pinned him back.
It's a no-brainer. You got to do it there. You know, the only thing Edwardsburg can use right now is momentum, and you don't want to give it to them.
Well, and, you know, unless they hit one of those passes, I mean, this is where I'm looking at my corners and my safeties and saying, lock down, boys.
Yeah, this is where you've got one of your safeties. And I know that their run support in the wing T, one of your safeties has got the rule of nobody gets behind you.
I would agree. It takes like 5 minutes for your car to turn over. That's an exaggeration. It's close. Here's a
That's
give
inside.
on the carry. Yoder's going to be stopped after a 2-yard gain.
Not the most exciting football when you got good defense playing against it.
We barely needed to turn on the lights for that first half.
Don't know why I bring you guys need to do stats. Sorry. Now our season stats are totally posed.
I think they're mostly right.
That gives me mostly no confidence. It's Yoder, Ostrander, and Seabra's back in the game, right to left for Lundgren, who's under center. 2nd and 8. Here's a give to Sebra. Sebra with a nice gap. He'll get across the 15-yard line.
That's going to be a gain of about 2.
16, 17-yard line. They'll spot him at. Gain of 4 for Sebra.
So, well, they're going to give him 4. So it's going to be 3rd and 4. Still, they're within the sticks this time. But again, now here, Jake, what do you do? We can hold them here. Going for it down there is a pretty big risk.
Yeah, but I think they are at the point of the game where it is 4-down territory almost anywhere they're at.
What was the score of the St. Joe game? 36-29. Also a home game for the Eddies.
Seems like Paw Paw is the best team they played. Or at least they match up the best, I guess.
Here's the give.
And that's going to be a little extra effort, but I think he just got back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah. I think he's definitely going to be short.
So we're going to go 4th, and we'll call it 2.5.
Bring your A game on this call. You don't want to give him the ball inside the red zone.
He's definitely going to go for it.
You don't make this, your game's over.
I think so. Yeah.
This is not. You don't have a prayer if you don't make this.
Yeah. Someone glue those line. Yeah. Cover the lineman's ear holes. Do not listen to the hard count.
It's Shippa, Ostrander, and Yoder in the backfield.
Big play here, Eddies. They're going to snap it. They're going to pitch it. He did not get there.
Not get it.
He did not get there, and that's going to end the game. Red Wolves are going to take over.
No, they gave him the first down.
Oh, that's unbelievable. Everybody in the booth is incredulous right now. That's an unbelievable call.
First and 10 for the Eddies.
So they give the Edwardsburg Eddies a first down. Everybody's going to have to go back and watch that one because sure did not look like it from up here.
Charity 2. What?
Shippa, Ostrander, still Yoder. Can't see it's going to be keeper for Lundgren. He goes left side. Lundgren's going to be pushed out.
String him out. He's going to gain 2.
Well, that play went about as far as the one they gave him 3 yards for on the last snap.
Shane is making fun of my incredulous. Thought that was too big of a word.
You know, I think we're going to have Mr. Krieger come up and help. He's got a lot to say.
He's a baseball coach, so those big words, you know. I was a baseball coach too for a long time.
Here's the snap. He's looking to pass.
Oh, got a big rush in there. Running into lots of people. Ran into 3 Red Wolves and 2 Eddies on that run.
Does not matter who's open because he was mauled. Darren's slow to get up.
So 3rd and 13. The spot didn't really matter on that one that much. If you're interested in officiating, MHSAA.com is a resource for you.
Yes, after your vision test, we'd be glad to train you up to be a referee.
A lot of pressure from the defensive line of Paw Paw. Not able to stand too much of it. Several sacks on Lundgren. A couple of them self-inflicted as Joe falling on or tripping out of the snap.
So the Eddies take a timeout. If you know anyone who would be interested, Paw Paw Public Schools has an opportunity for bus drivers, 1922 to 2414 per hour. Contact information is on your screen. This is a great opportunity to connect with our community and drive some fantastic students from Paw Paw Public Schools and help some of the parents out who end up running kids to school when the bus drivers, we don't have enough routes. So go ahead and scan that QR code or call 269-415-5220. Talk to Angela. Great place to work, great place to be, great job. So 3rd and long. Thought the Red Wolves had sealed the game on the last long play. Yeah, that's a good point. Hard to argue your logic there.
Here we go. It's going to be
Every once in a while, Brent, I have a good thought.
That's right to left. Here's the snap. Back to pass.
There's a throw, and that's going to...
He's out.
It's short of the first down. Well, let's just see where they...
First of all, they gave him the reception.
Good reception by Brody. You might remind some of you listeners at home.
He looks like a yard short on the mark. We'll see.
Well, the guy in the white hat hasn't decided yet what we're going to do. Uh-oh.
Red Wolf's got a player down.
Run left, right, or over Is that going to call time? We're going to switch. You say he's good? Okay. So now, he just wanted to start.
He's not hurt. He's just taking a breath.
They're going to talk it over again.
Edwardsburg going to call a timeout. Edward, did I just have a stroke on the air?
Yeah.
Edwardsburg?
It used to be. Then there was another Edwards, and it became Edwardsburg.
That's something.
Hey, first off, I'm a Cubs fan.
So what else we got here, Jason? We got the Tigers. Tigers still in it. Tigers play tomorrow, 1 o'clock, or ish, 1:08, I think, as I saw. And in a weird piece of trivia, the Tigers have a pitcher starting back-to-back playoff games because they've used their whole bullpen. So the person who started the last game against Houston and threw 1 inning is now going to start the game against Cleveland and throw 1 inning.
I thought I saw another.
So
I thought I saw
you
another.
Probably got to go back to the 1800s to find some time where a starter started 2 straight playoff games.
I thought I saw another graphic where the whole Tigers lineup was the same paid as the pitcher of the opposing team.
He's got the first down. But again, Jason, there's 4 minutes to go. You're down 3 scores. I'm not sure that a 2-yard first down does you much good.
Well, it stops the clock in high school when they set the chains, but.
For those guys, I'm excited about that. Moneyball's a great movie, too. It is. I'm glad I can't believe you watched it. A lot of big names in that movie, too. Chris Pratt was there. Prior to Guardians of the Galaxy. Tigers taking
So, one more timeout left for the Eddies.
Here's the game. It's going to go left side.
Going nowhere.
Trying to push the ball. He won't go very far.
Not even back
So
to
he
the
got
line of
maybe
scrimmage.
a yard. Check those out-of-town scores again. So we've got Sturgis and Otsego. Otsego
Starting to
Bulldogs
roll.
up 40-0. 21-0's your score here, of course. Niles 28, Vicksburg 0. That's
a surprisingly low score for
it's
Niles.
Showing that is still second quarter. Yeah, so it's at least 35 now.
Score's not caught up.
Three Rivers Plainville still not showing scores here. With 14-6 at the half was we'll get the report on that one.
Here's the give.
Ostrander's got a break. Ben Miller's going to get him from behind. Nice tackle for Ben Miller. Ostrander looks like he's hurt. That was a hard tackle from Ben Miller.
It was a good, clean tackle. He
don't
tried
know.
to strip the ball.
Yeah, he was trying to slip the ball.
You saw
I don't know.
Ben's arm come for a chop.
I think he landed on Ostrander after he went down. He may have landed on the ball, too.
Yeah, I'm going to take the camera away for that.
Big play for the Eddies. The biggest play by far of the night.
Biggest run of the night for Edwardsburg. It was 33 to 22. They're up 33 to 22. Where have you been? I got excited. No, not you. Where's that run back? I know where to the play.
Niles 42-0, 7:47 left in the third. Thank you, Jake from State Farm.
The hard part is when they cross the safety, you got to do the math.
Put that up on the screen. There, see, I can put that right up on the screen. Look at that.
He's probably wearing red too. Jake from State Farm, man.
Could be.
Guess he's got a red shirt on and khaki pants.
Yeah, he was hurt right away. He never came up.
No. Gotta see what else we can put up on the screen. Mrs. Houston was watching this game from somewhere out in Radio Land tonight. I'm guessing maybe she might be camping or someplace like that. Nice to see.
The Virgils 22. You know, I would love to see the Tigers take on the Padres.
And we've got our replay official in on that fourth down. He was definitely short on the replay. That's our Tampa truck.
I'm sorry. I would hate it. I hope not.
So Eddie's trying to put one in here, make this a little more respectable.
Give it off to Sebra. He's at the 20-yard line.
So that's going to be a gain of about 2. And now it just comes down to the drama here, Jason, is can they stick one in and make this game look closer than it was?
You know, the thing is the strength of the wing T is now their enemy.
Yes.
Time.
When you equate jobs that they do,
I mean, if you were ahead, you'd love to take this 6-minute drive, 8-minute
drive.
drive.
They believe there's any hope.
No.
You know, and that's the demoralizing thing for this.
23 again. Or we just pay no one.
Good run, though?
Yeah, that's a great run. That's going to be good for a first down.
Sebra up to the 11-yard line. Gain of 9 for him. Another first down for the Eddies. Eddies inside the red zone.
So Edwardsburg.
I mean, the thing is that they score here. The last thing they want to do is give the ball back to the Red Wolves.
No, that's an insane. Here's the snap. It's going to be up the middle. That's 72 on the Rudolph on the carry. Got the same go on the pile.
So that's into a pile of Red Wolves there. Clock's running, 1:55 to go in the game. I know the Red Wolves are pretty proud. They don't want to give up any points here.
Minute 45, the clock's still running. Edwardsburg on the good side of the field here, inside the red zone.
Nice drive here by Edwardsburg. The one big play and a bunch of little ones. 3rd down.
Red Wolves on top of the Eddies. Eddies seeing if they can make some wrap out of this. It's Lundgren with the ball. He's going to
keeper and nothing.
Didn't get there. Now, here you go, Jason. What's your end game? You want to try to put some points on the board, or you're going to try to go for the touchdown here?
I'm not sure. I mean, you know, the moral victory is we don't go out with a 0, but I mean,
no, they're going to go for it.
This is the second time that they've even come close to smelling 6, so they're not going to probably give up that chance.
So 3rd and long. We'll find out if the Red Wolves can stop them here. 1:25.
Lundgren. Give it to Griffin. Griffin runs right side.
He's going to be
short. It's going to be a gain of 4.
4th and about 3.
Yeah, they're going to mark him back a little bit even further than that.
Oh, we got one of those yards back.
So we got another report. I'm going to put this one up rather than this is unverified, but it says Brandywine quit at halftime, down 63-0.
Oh my! Wow. That's unfortunate.
4th and 3. Here's your pitch for the shutout. He's going to throw it. He's got a man open. That's a touchdown.
That's a touchdown for Nick Walker and the Eddies.
Yep. So the Eddies are going to put some points on the board here with 41 seconds.
With 41 seconds to go in the 4th. Hear the far sideline fans going, getting into it. It's mostly the student section.
So Eddie's going to try to kick the extra point here.
Imagine they're going to try something goofy on the kickoff as well.
Have to. You know, you got to try it and see if you can come up with something.
Osworth getting set for the PAT. Good snap, good hold, kick on the way.
Kick is up. Kick is good.
Yeah, he's good for about 45 yards.
So Craft and Vendor Show coming up November 9th and 10th, 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. on the 9th, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the 10th, and that's for the Paw Paw Grad Bash. That will be at Paw Paw High School. Interested vendors contact pawpawhsgradbash@gmail.com for an application. Also coming up for Paw Paw Grad Bash, we've got Barnyard Bingo, Saturday, October 26th. That's the day of the Niles game. South Field next to Phelan Field. Bingo starts at 10 a.m. and goes until noon. So Hans' team is on the field. Yeah, Darren Stry's putting his receiver gloves on. There's the onside kick, high bounce. That's going to be fielded. Nice play.
40 seconds to go, and he's trailing rather 21-7.
Edwardsburg has a timeout left, but unlikely that they'll use it. So I have a feeling we're going to see Gunnar Goodell in the. Hopefully he's in the spread shotgun, fire one deep. But no, we're going to see a kneel down here. Well, Jason, this could have been better for the Red Bulls. A lot of mistakes tonight early on.
Yeah, but they cleaned it up in that second half, and that's what's important.
They did hit the home run ball tonight as well. Gunner's going to take that.
And that will be it.
Edwardsburg is not going to choose to stop the clock, so that's going to be a win for the Red Wolves. So, from Phelan Field, Jason Cox, I'm Brent McNitt. This has been a nice game for the Red Wolves. We will be on the road the next 2 weeks. Next week, Jason's out. We are down in Three Rivers, so I will be recruiting cameraman for that game. And actually, I may bring Greg Southworth on the camera and put him on the headset. So
spotting and cameraman.
That didn't take that long.
That's much.
So the final score from Phelan Field: Paw Paw 21, Edwardsburg 7.